What up, everybody? Welcome back to Live Good, Feel Better, the podcast where we talk about health in a way that's practical, honest, and actually doable. My name is Joshua Gibson, a believer, husband, father, rapper, business owner, health enthusiast, and now, in season 2, officially a podcast host. Look around here, y'all. We focus on simple habits and real conversations that help us grow physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. But I want y'all to keep in mind, this is not about perfection, but it is about progress, taking steps forward to improve every single day. Our scripture for season 2 is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. That's the energy that we are carrying into this season, trusting God, staying consistent, and figuring it out one step at a time. Now, with that being said, let's get into the guest for this week. Today's guest is someone who turned a real-life health scare into a purpose. She's the founder of Glow Juice Bar, a growing juice business built on clean living, fresh ingredients, and natural healing. But this didn't just start as a business idea, it started as just a mom trying to find answers. After her son was diagnosed with low iron and even passed out following an injection, she took things into her own hands. She created natural juice blends and saw results that improved his health. That moment sparked something bigger and eventually led to the creation of her business. She's also been intentional about how her family eats and lives, choosing fresh juice and whole foods over store-bought items whenever possible. On top of that, she has faced her own personal health challenges, including being diagnosed with PCOS and being told that she would never be able to have children. By the way, y'all, she now has 4. She talks about health, but she's also lived it. She's also tested it, and she's also built something from it. Y'all help me welcome Lorena Carpenter.
Yay!
Sound effects for people clapping.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being on the podcast. I know it's been a long time coming.
Yes, we've rescheduled multiple times.
Let's get right into it. So, for people who are just now getting introduced to you, who is Lorena at the core? So this is before the business, before the health, just you as a person.
Well, my name's Lorena Carpenter. I'm 33 years old. A mom of 4, 3 girls and 1 boy. As a person, very nice, loving, understanding, goal-oriented. Also, I came from a background as well, being adopted. So there's been a lot of challenges with that, but I'm still on the journey of who I am.
Nobody knows like fully who they are. I think everybody is on a
Right.
journey of like finding out who they are. But I didn't know that you were adopted.
Yep. I am.
When you were growing up, like for one, talk about how that affected you, and like also like what was your diet like in your childhood and teenage years?
Well, growing up is definitely different because I always had questions. Um, and not all the time my parents could answer those questions.
Right.
And then growing up into high school, definitely a little different because I see the love that everybody's getting from their mom and dad, which I got it, but there's just that difference when it's your real parents.
Yeah, and then what was like your diet like growing up? Like, did you eat like the regular?
There was no diet. Like I could eat whatever I wanted. Now it's a little different growing up. As we get older, our bodies change and it's not the same. So now we have to be more mindful of what we put in our bodies.
Exactly. Like for me, I used to love like when people brought donuts to work, like for breakfast. I'd be like, oh yeah, like we about to have a good breakfast. And
But that's bad to put in your body.
yeah, like I think the last time I had donuts for breakfast, I was like, my stomach is on 10. Like I just can't
Yeah.
do it. So yeah, our bodies definitely change.
Yeah. I used to eat like chocolate with no problem. And then one day I ate it and I just couldn't do it again.
I'm still good on chocolate. I'll take that. I have a sweet tooth every now and then. So as I was doing my brief research,
Mhm.
and I said it in the intro too, that you were diagnosed with PCOS. So can you explain?
PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And you can get a lot of cysts in your ovaries, irregular periods, weight gain, facial hair, and it can also affect fertility. 16, my periods were just all over the place. It was to a point where they were so bad that I couldn't get up and walk. So I had to have the procedure done, and that kind of fixed it a little bit. Plus, I had to change my diet so everything was regular. But that it didn't start there. I was born with my insides out because my mom did drugs when she was pregnant with me. So that kinda also messed with my fertility and how my body was doing things. So I definitely had to make an adjustment, and that's where that came about. You may not have kids.
So when the doctors told you that you couldn't have kids, did they say you probably won't be able to have kids, or was it like more like a
Mhm.
definite, like you will never have kids?
They told me that before I had my first one, like 3 years before I had my first one, because I was constantly trying and nothing happened. And so it almost ruined my relationship because I knew what he wanted and I was not able if I couldn't give that to him, what was the point? Because we both wanted the same thing, but I couldn't give that. Then, honestly, after we had that talk, a couple months later, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay, so did you do anything to like special
No,
to get pregnant,
it
like
just
change your diet?
happened.
That's beautiful. Okay, so after you had your first kid, what did the doctor say about that? And then was there anything said about, well, the chances are you probably won't be able to have more kids? Like, how did that conversation go?
Once I had my first one, they definitely trying to do a lot of research, like, "How did this happen?" Or, "What did you do?" Because we did everything, and we thought you couldn't have no kids. And a lot of doctors, in my opinion, that's their way of thinking. So, I'm also that parent who I don't vaccinate because I just don't trust the medical part of it, so and I just kinda stayed away, I did my own thing. I definitely had a lot of doctors in and out, looking at my daughter, trying to figure looking at me, trying to figure out, "This miracle happened. What do we need to do?"
So to you, you didn't do like anything intentional. To you, it was just a miracle too.
No,
Like
no.
I don't know how I had the kids. Like God just provided.
Yep. It was my time. It was also, feel like you have a lot of miscarriages. Now I had 3, but I lost 1, and before I had my last one. So I still have those battles with PCOS that I can still it's possible to still lose another one if I were to try to have more, which I don't want anymore. I'm done.
So I know you talked about how you ate junk food like everybody else in their childhood. And during your first pregnancy or at any moment, was there something that sparked in you that said, I need to change the way I eat?
When I was pregnant with my first one, I didn't want no meat. I wanted just fruit and vegetables. The sound of red meat or taste of it, it just made me full. And not just that, my boys do plant-based anywhere, so we started there. And then it was just up a battle, and we just kept going. And then that's when it happened with my son, and we switched and did it for about a year. And then, of course, Thanksgiving comes around and messes it up.
Yeah. So, and I'm so sorry. Is your son your youngest or your oldest?
He's my second youngest.
So, I guess I'm focusing in on your son because you talked about like his health and him being diagnosed with low iron.
Yes.
Yes. Talk about how that affected you and your husband and what you guys did about that.
Well, it was a year checkup, and they checked it, and it's supposedly really low, but he was no issue, going about his day. But of course, you have some those doctors who use that scare tactic with you. So we took him to Bronson, and they did more tests. It was still low, and they gave him that injection. When they did it, they had to tie him to the bed. He was on, and it was a thick, big needle, like that big, and it was the thick iron in there, and they injected it in him. Um, it hurt us both. We were almost like wanting to get in tears, wanting to get up and be like, "Okay, this is enough. It's torturing him. Like we can't do this." So Took him home, and probably an hour later, he's fine and talking to me, and then he just blacks out.
And he was one
And
at the time.
yeah, he was one. And I called, and they're like, "Oh, that's normal. It happens." And to me, it's like, that's not normal. No kid should pass out over an injection. So I did my research. You know, what can help bring it up? What foods he needs to drink? What do I need to stay away from? And we did that consistently for a month, and they checked it again, and it was going up. And they wanted to do more injections, but I told them he don't need it. Of course, when doctors hear that, they don't like that first, so it's kind of a battle trying to with appointments, telling them that I've had CPS pop up at my door. So it's it was the battle, but we did what we could.
That's crazy. So they call CPS
Yeah, the doctor did. So I called CPS ones.
because you didn't want to do vaccines or just injections?
No, both. It's 'cause they do vaccines, and I didn't wanna do the iron injections anymore.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I don't want to inject my kid with what I don't know, but I'm doing everything else as a mother and a parent, and
Mhm.
they see that as a danger is insane.
Yep, and they see a red flag. My son was premature too. So they were seeing a small little kid, and he needs this, but the parents are refusing. So we gotta get somebody else involved. And it was it was a lot, but even the CPS lady said, "I don't see nothing wrong here, so I don't have to do anything."
They thought they knew what your son needed, and
Yep,
obviously
yep,
you did and gave your son what he needed.
yep,
Talk
yep,
about like the exact diet that you gave him. I know you talked about like juices and stuff. Like, what did you take
yep,
away and what did
yep.
you add to his diet?
So I had to take away dairy from his diet. So I had to do the juice, which I did beets, and then I added my in there, which helps absorb it through the blood. And then it also other smoothies where it has spinach. And he eats all raw vegetables. So
Wait, hold
he
on,
is not he's
wait.
not picky with.
I hate to interrupt you, but you gave a 1-year-old beet juice.
Yes,
He drank it.
he drank it.
I barely like beet juice, so
It's the way everything I add in there. Now, I believe I gave you a beet juice.
you you did, and it was. I think you had for mine. It was beets and oranges. I think.
There was beets, oranges, pomegranates, and strawberries in there.
See, that was like, yeah, so when my beet juice is, like, drowned out with, like, sweet fruit, I can do it even if I still taste the earthiness of the beets. But even
Yeah, yeah.
for my son, I was telling you, he can taste anything, like, even if you try to sneak it in, like, for the most part, he can taste anything, so giving a 1-year-old beet juice and he drank it, to me, that just says, like, if you start early,
Yeah,
taste
yeah,
buds will, like, adjust to the healthy, real food
yeah, yeah.
that you give them. So
And that is true. Because when I started, I was just giving straight beet. I wasn't adding in oranges and strawberries. After I did more and more research, that's when I started adding the other stuff. But he drank it. He would eat raw peppers, he would eat raw onions. So I had no problem getting his fruit and vegetables in him to get his iron up. And even to this day, he'll eat them with no problem.
so were the results immediate? Immediate, I mean, when you
Well, they checked it every month. So when they went back, it was already going up. So that just kinda let me know to keep going.
so the doctor that called CPS, I hate to keep going back to him.
We left.
Oh, so you went it's a whole different
It's a whole different doctor. Yeah, we left that practice and went somewhere else.
don't blame me at all. That would be awkward, like, why would you yeah. So, at what point did you, like, realize that it shifted from just helping your son into you thinking, "I can turn this into something bigger"?
Well, I like juice, and, I just all this other juice at the store has a lot of sugar in it. So I just started making it, and then, started doing it on, my cousin's food truck, and it was selling out. So that kinda let me know right there, "Okay, I got something going, maybe I need to continue." And it's healthier, and oh, my kids love it, all the kids love it, so you really don't have to go to all this other juice at the store where it's all the processed sugars. And I even had people, I think I had a lady message me. She was diagnosed with cancer and wanting me to make juices for her, but because I'm still in the licensing stage, I couldn't help her, which kinda hurt me, but I wanna be able to help people like that.
So talk about how you're in the process of getting your license and I guess how close you are and like what's gonna happen after you get your license.
Well, I my goal is to get up and going by summertime. I have everything pretty much done, just one test I have to do, and then I make a juice if that is and then I'm licensed.
Yep, I would definitely be a customer. I tasted I think we had 2 flavors. Or
Yep, you
3.
had the wheat and the strawberry orange.
Yep, and both were phenomenal. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all check her out when she gets licensed. So talk about the Glow juice bar. Like what makes your juices different from what people are buying in the store? I know you kind of touched on that a little bit, but kind of hone in on what makes your juices different than the processed stuff.
It is 100% fruit or vegetables. I don't add any unhealthy sugars but agave, and it's water, and I keep all of the fiber and stuff in it.
And can we talk about the lie? Do you remember that commercial? It was Juicy Juice, 100% juice for 100% kids.
Oh, yes, I know they've been going through, like, lawsuits and stuff because it's not. I think Simply did the same thing. They said it was 100% natural, and it wasn't.
Lie, just volunteering to
Yeah.
lie. Like we didn't even ask for that. They're just 100% juice. Like, but you look at the ingredients and it looks like a
It
science.
has 1,000 ingredients in it.
Exactly. So I heard one time somebody say the front of the labels are for entertainment and the back
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
labels are for education. So for those of y'all out there, don't look at the front. Like you gotta turn the box
Yep,
around and look at
yep.
the ingredients so you can see all the crap that's in there.
But it's so good, that's what it gets you.
It is. I used to like just 5 years ago, I would buy juicy juice, apple juice all the time, for the
I
kids,
got
but
my
I would
stepfather
be
did
drinking it
that.
too.
I did apple juice, but not juicy juice. And my kids don't even, they'll drink apple juice, but my son, he won't even touch it. Okay, now are you plant-based?
I'm not anything yet, but I guess
Okay,
the adjustment that we made is we eat way less meat than we did before.
okay,
So
okay.
like in I think it was 2018, we saw the documentary What the Health. And from like right after we saw that documentary, I think like we might have saw it on a Friday, and then by Monday we were vegans, but that only lasted for like 2 weeks. So we didn't intend for it to be like a lifetime thing, but we were like, okay, let's try the vegan diet.
Okay, okay.
And it might have been more leaning vegetarian, but we did no meat for 2 weeks. And from that point on, I did less meat,
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm not anything yet. I do want to strive to get to a point where I am plant based though.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's definitely hard. I think the hardest part is finding meals.
Yeah, yeah. And I saved like a whole bunch of like good looking meals on Instagram, but it
It costs a lot to make 'em. Yeah,
those
yeah.
ingredients are things I don't buy and I'm not comfortable making them. And it's like, okay,
Uh-huh.
spend 2 hours making this good meal or just do something I'm familiar with and
Some that's
make
more
some spaghetti
convenient.
real quick. Yeah. That kind of goes right into the next question. So this podcast is all about real people doing extraordinary things.
Mhm.
What are some challenges that you faced trying to live a healthier lifestyle, but just still kind of being in a world that doesn't really care that much about health?
Well, I'm a very busy person, so having to do a healthy eating and lifestyle, it's challenging because I don't have the time. So that is something that we are working on to make sure to get the healthy foods with them during lunchtime. So just trying to figure out how to maneuver that and have everything fresh.
It's hard because most of the grocery store is filled with processed stuff, and you have a small section where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And to be honest, like being healthy is boring. Like
It is.
sometimes you just want some chips.
I don't lie. It is. You got a vegan burger over here, and they got a juicy beef burger over there. And it's like, oh God, what am I doing? Yeah.
What do you thrive on the most? Like fruits, vegetables, or
I've been doing a lot of smoothies. So I will do I think the past week I've done smoothies all the way till dinner. And then I'll eat my dinner. So it's really just the smoothies right now.
what's your perfect smoothie? Like what kind of fruits or?
I don't make them. I buy them at the store.
Oh, you buy it?
I ended up buying this container from Costco's, and it had a whole bunch of smoothies in it. And I just take one to work and drink it.
So this is a question I ask to everybody. What does live good, feel better mean to you in your everyday life?
Less stress, eat right, and then just that's really it. Keep it moving.
Less stress, eat right, and keep it moving. Y'all heard it straight from Lorena's mouth. I like it. So last question. Where can people find you? How can people support you? I know you kind of talked about it throughout the podcast, but I kind of want this to be the part where you brag on yourself. So talk about your juices, talk about where people can follow you on Instagram, all the stuff that people talk about at the end of the podcast.
Don't have a business page up yet, but I do have like my personal Facebook, which is Lorena Irene. And then it's the same for my Instagram. That's where I will post once all my stuff is up and going.
Perfect. And then tell everybody the business name again.
Glow Juice.
Glow Juice Bar. All right, make sure y'all check out Glow Juice Bar. Y'all might be able to get some on the low. I don't know.
I knew some people.
Yeah. Like if you're special like me and my wife, y'all gonna get some on the low, and it tastes good.
I'm still waiting for you guys to put a new order in for you.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, yep, we're gonna put in a new order. Well, Lorena, it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. I know people have probably been inspired by your story. Not a lot of people go to the doctor and then take things into their own hands. So kudos to you and your family for doing that. So make sure you guys follow Lorena on Facebook and Instagram. Peace. I really hope y'all enjoyed that episode and show some love to our guests by following them on all their social platforms. And if you want to support Live Good, Feel Better, make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube by searching Live Good, Feel Better Podcast. Also, follow us on Instagram by searching Live Good, Feel Better Pod. But remember, there's an underscore in between each word. Look, I need y'all to leave a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It really helps the show grow and reach more people. Also, this is a shameless plug. If you are into juicing fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and just overall health content, follow my personal page, which is Juicing with Josh. Once again, there's an underscore in between each word. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you come back for the next episode. And remember, do what you can to live good so you feel better. Ambition, I'ma go after. Obstacles, it don't matter. All action, low chatter, won't slow down, I'ma go faster. More goals that I'll try. Let's scroll on Wi-Fi. No fast food in my gut. More sunshine, cause I'm outside. Only time speaking vocally is in the song, then you gon' see every single thing pan out like my wife cooking and we about to eat. Bank accounts with interest, stocks up when I invest. No updates on my timeline, could care less if you impress. My vision board on Pinterest, I'm praying more when I get stressed. I'm making sure that my kids set. My 2 boys, they been next. Took a break, I'ma get going. I was moving quiet like the wind blowing. Now I'm stomping for my dreams, and I promise you there's no more tiptoeing. Cause ambition, I'ma go after. Obstacles, it don't matter. All action, low chatter, won't slow down, I'ma go faster. More goals that I'll try. Let's scroll on Wi-Fi. No fast food in my gut. More sunshine cause I'm outside.